So I did some rearranging and I figured I would take you on a tour of my witchy space. Now, keep in mind, this isn't fancy. I have a very small little mudroom, and that's really what it is. It's a little mudroom. Gives me fantastic view outside with a sliding glass door. But it was what I had available to make this space. And I'm really lucky. And I have really deep gratitude for being able to have this space that I have. So, yeah, I mean, it's not much, but it's my space. And I'm really happy. So I'm just going to take you around and show you some things. So, first of all, this is one of my favorite tapestries. And we hung it up. It's hanging over just a shelving unit that's got all kinds of things on it because we need a lot more space that we don't have. And then I have my tea and then a thing set to make my husband's coffee in the morning. We hung these really pretty little blue lights. So when I shut off the light, it puts this really beautiful blue glow throughout the room, which I love. We took out the big couch and brought in this smaller wicker couch so I can move around a little bit better and have more space. And so I could face the sliding glass door and see outside as I work. I've been recording some videos, so, I've got my little setup here. It's where I put my phone in there. And, it's not fancy. It's not big. It's not all this equipment that everybody else has. That's okay. It works for me. It's what I have. This is my trunk. That's actually a trunk space under there. And I have a bunch of my books, my notebooks, journals, things of that nature in it. I've been doing some work this morning. So on my altar, you'll see I've got a couple of spells going. And then that piece in the corner, that is a symbol of my temple, my spiritual temple. And I thought it was really cool. It matches an art piece that I did that I think is really neat. There's the Morrigan. And like I said, I've got some spells going. And ancestors are up here in their little space. That is Maliki. She is a guardian spirit of the land here and is one of my favorite pieces that I have. And she is a driftwood that was found here on the property. But you can see it's like she's got a face. And then that top piece, the really big top piece, really is like a crown and sits in there. There's so many things you could see in that. And I just really love it. I got Gaia. And then my two small tapestries that I love. And I want to get them moved so they're like hanging down on either side of Maliki towards the bottom. So hopefully I'll get that changed soon. But, because of the way that it's constructed, you cannot hang things straight on the wall because they're concrete walls. And so everything has to be moved from up there, put into the wood, and then hang down, which is fine. I'm completely down with that. I've got my two lanterns up there. And then in the back is my shelving unit. It's got our nature altar that our family uses. It's got some of my own pieces. It's got some of my dirts and sands, all of my cicada shells and my cicadas. My cards are down there. And then underneath is a bunch of tools. So it's like candles and incense and paints and clay. And then at the very bottom, I've got some baskets that have some very specific different waters. Mostly storm water and well, I guess even the snow was a storm. Storm waters from our big snow that we had and all that. I'm a transformative witch. That's a big chunk of my magic is in heavy transformation. So it's destruction for purpose and then creation. So I do use a lot of storm water. It's kind of one of my things. Being a death witch, a transformation witch. So yeah, I mean, it's not super fancy or anything. It's just a little room. Yeah, you got some fishing poles back there. And my tapestry and my outside. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be this elaborate thing. We just need our spaces. Sacred space. It could be anything. I even have a sacred space in my room, and it's just a little chunk off my desk. So yeah, sacred spaces. It's all we really need. A place that's ours. So it doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need to be big. You don't have to have the special equipment to put out videos and talk to people and share your stuff. We just need to be sharing.